Hey, Chris Good is here. I put money in people's pockets and only take a cut, and I've brought in over 500,000 in sales for my clients the past couple of years. Now, today, we're going to rip through a stranger's website. No, no, no. Actually, what we're only trying to do here is a copy breakdown for a friend and fellow expert, Lawrence Neal, who helps HIT, high intensity training entrepreneurs to grow their businesses. He's also a member in a membership site that I'm in, James Franco's Superfast Business, which is the perfect place to be if you want to scale your business effortlessly. Now, let's dig in. So, starting from the headline, which I am going to spend some time on, since it's the most important part uh, of the landing page, sales page here. So, he introduces the formula to building a high intensity training business online, and it's profitable too. So, it's not a bad headline per se. However, if you slice your market into different chunks, you're with this headline, you're only taking out the piece that's already aware of your offer and what you're about. So if your audience comes from an ad, an email, an advertorial, a blog post, this is a good headline, and the audience is pre-sold. This is a good headline to use. At the same time, you're leaving behind a ton of people who may have not identified with the problem yet, or are problem aware, but they're not entirely sure that you're the person who can solve the problem, or they're not entirely sure of what solution they need. So, what can you do to help them? This is an example of a sales page I wrote for a client. It brought in, you know, six figure, it was a six-figure launch. So I'm not saying it's the best copy ever, but it surely worked. So you can do something like flagging your audience, right? Coaches, experts, authors, speakers, and talk about their pain a little bit. Still haven't found a predictable and profitable way to attract yada, yada, yada. James Schramko also does this in his sales page. So it's an urgent message for busy entrepreneurs earning, and he's being very specific about it, which is very good. Are you overworked, stressed out, and struggling to find the best way to grow your business? So again, you're drilling at their pain in a way. Now, if you want to take it to the next level, instead of just saying, overworked, stressed out, and struggling to find the best way to grow your business, you can point at the symptoms. So what would that look like? Working 40 hours plus a week, and the sales gang stays silent. So it's very visual, and it's a symptom that whoever reads it instantly identifies with it. You cannot really point about struggle. So what can you picture when you struggle? Anyways, that's besides the point. Let's go back to Neal here. So one suggestion I have for the headline, if we would like to turn things around, it would be, what if you could protect your HIT business, retain clients, and make revenue during the shutdown using the virtual trainer system. So what are we doing with it? We're not presenting the solution. It's a very offhand, cheeky claim. We're not making a promise. We're building up desire. So what if there was a way to solve all these problems using a very specific system which serves as the mechanism? So we're not just saying, what if you could solve these problems magically? We're saying that, what if there was a way to solve it using a mechanism which we'll dig into later on the text. So there's curiosity there. What's the virtual trainer system? And there's also the question mark in the headline, which doesn't make a bold claim, how to build a business, wow, all that stuff. So we're just sliding them down the sales page. Now, this, in my eyes, is kind of out of place. And the reason why is that we've helped 60 plus IT entrepreneurs. Who are you in the first place, right? Unless your audience intimately knows you, they don't even know what they're getting help on or who are they getting help from. I mean, I get it. You have, Lawrence, you have a video here, but I feel that this could serve you much better if it was further down the page. I'm going to point out where. Again, these are futures of your solution. So one thing is that it's a bit soon to talk about your solution if you haven't probed the problem yet, which you are doing here. So it's not like this is an only product-focused sales page, because you are talking about the problem. It's just after you present your solution, which I think you can see that it's a bit out of place. Number two, these are futures. These are not benefits. I mean, I get that it's a private forum-based coaching from you, but what I get out of that? Dimensionalize it from it. You get hands-on coaching to do what? You're getting immediate access to checklists, forms, systems that will help you do what? Right? So it's like you're presenting me with a library, but what's in it for me at the end of the day? All this is great, but what's in it for me? Testimonials also are amazing, but a bit out of place because, again, Lawrence has helped me connect. We haven't yet sold them in the idea of going virtual, because the way you frame things, it's building a profitable high intensity training business online, which your mechanism is pretty much helping people who have an offline business taking it online. So in a way, you have to sell them also, before you sell your solution, you have to sell them on why is it worth taking their business online, of course, to make money, but you have to say that, right? You cannot have them imagine that. You're doing a good job here talking about the coronavirus, and you're perfectly placed to help people remotely. So you do a bit of selling here on the opportunity, but dimensionalize it. Give an example. Whether it's from you or another personal trainer, you're making claims here. If you place proof here in a way of it could be in the way of testimonials or a story, even better. For example, Bryce Lee, was struggling with his physical business online, and the moment coronavirus hit, all his business stagnated. He had to shut their doors. So what did he do? Pivoted and used, a simple piece of software like Zoom or Skype and a very specific business model, whatever, to grow his virtual business. And the benefits of it were he managed to keep his business alive and breathing. He managed to retain all his physical clients and make revenue. I hope I'm making sense here. So you're proving that the virtual concept works through a relevant story. Instead of just saying, here's a testimonial, you're selling them on the virtual business concept. So this is a crossroads, right? Where to start? You don't know how to effectively transition from a studio business to a virtual fitness business. It's alien to you. You need help. Again, a bit misplaced. You need help. Okay, you build the intensity here, and then it's an objection, right? Which I get it. They have that objection is lingering in their mind that virtual is crowded. And you make a good point of proving them that, it's fine that it's crowded because there's enough, meat on the bone for everybody. So like we said, you've sold them on the opportunity up to this point. You've done a great job to answer this objection. At the same time, right below, now that they're aware that they have to take their business virtual, you have to roll back to the problem. But how can you get your business to virtual if you're not aware of the tech, you're not aware of the different packages that you can offer, right? You have to present another problem that you are going to solve. Instead, right here, you're killing options, right? You're killing the options they have that a generic fitness business coach won't get the job done. And that's good. But first, you have to present the problem that, switching your business from offline to online isn't a piece of cake. And you have to convince them in a way that they need your help, right? Once you've done that, and they are sure that, yes, number one, this is the chain of logic that it's a good idea to follow. Number one, I'm sold on the opportunity, right? That taking my physical business virtual is a good choice for me. It works. People make money out of it. It's not a crowded space. You answer my objection, right? But you cannot do it, within a snap of your own two fingers. I need coaching for it. Okay, that makes sense. And then what? How is Lawrence the right guy to coach me through it? So this belongs further down the page, right? This is perfect. Let's turn things around. Gloomy uncertainty, yada, yada, yada. From the, hell island to heaven island, from where they are to where they want to be. Great job. How to build a highly profitable intensity online. And this is your credibility. Now, this is fine here, but if you really want to shake them to their core and make them grab their attention from the get-go, you want to do what James did here and put it right after the big benefits that they get. Just put your credibility right here. So you have them sticking with you all the way till the end of the sales page, right? Build all the credibility up front to show that you're qualified to speak about this in the first place, and then reassure them that you're the right person to coach them. Hope this makes sense. This is perfect. And then right here, after you've gone through that chain of logic I just described, you can be like introducing the XXX, your membership coaching program, right? And then they get instant access to unique high value content and all that amazing stuff. Like I said, this is an idea of the principle and the strategy. These are some big levers that if you could move things around a little bit and go with a much punchier headline, I think it could make the difference for you in this sales. It will take it to another level, right? And then you can dig into the copy and the finer details. So let me say the headline again, for example, that's right out of the top of my head. So what if you could protect your high intensity business, retain clients, and make revenue during the shutdown using the virtual training system or whatever mechanism you want to use? You want to pump things up? Say something like, instead of this subheadline, address objections and say, even if you're starting from zero, even if you're not a tech person, even if you're not a techie, because that's an objection. Some people I have no idea about the tech, so you're going to help them. You address that objection. And another objection might be, and I'm pulling it out of my behind here, even if you have no home gym equipment to teach them, right? The idea here is big benefit, and you address objections at the subheadline. That's pretty much it for me. I hope this is a little bit helpful. I think it's a relatively painless video, and hope you enjoy. Have a good one.